They say every legend carries a fragment of truth. Stories passed down through whispers, warnings, and late-night conversations that send shivers down your spine. Tonight, I'll share with you 5 urban legends that have haunted people for decades. Some might sound like folk tales, but what if they're not? Turn off the lights, get comfortable, and listen closely. Because once you hear these stories, you might never feel safe walking alone at night again. Story 1. Kuchisake-Onna, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. In Japan, there is a tale of a woman who wanders the streets at night, hiding her face behind a surgical mask. She stops strangers, especially children, and asks, "Do you think I'm pretty?" If you answer no, she kills you instantly. If you answer yes, she pulls down her mask to reveal a mouth sliced wide open from ear to ear. Then she asks again, "Do you still think I am pretty?" If you say yes, she slashes your mouth to resemble hers. If you say no, she kills you anyway. For decades, children have reported sightings of her, and even adults claim to have seen her figure lurking in quiet neighborhoods. Some say she still walks among us, searching for her next victim. But Japan isn't the only place with creatures that prey on the unsuspecting. In the Philippines, there is something far darker, a monster that comes not for your life, but for the life inside you. Story 2. The Aswang from the Philippines. The Aswang is said to be a shape-shifting creature that lives among people during the day, appearing as an ordinary woman. But at night, she reveals her true form, a winged predator with a long, sharp tongue. Her favorite prey? Pregnant women. She waits until they sleep and then perches silently on the roof, her tongue slithering down through cracks in the ceiling to feast on the unborn child. The people of the Philippines say you can hear her coming by the sound she makes, tick, tick, tick. But here's the terrifying part. The fainter the sound, the closer she is. So if you ever hear that soft ticking noise at night, don't just listen, run. While some monsters stalk the night skies, others follow us on lonely highways. And sometimes the scariest stories are not about ghosts, but about the person sitting just a few feet behind you. Story 3. The High Beam Killer. This legend begins with a woman driving home alone late at night. A truck pulls up behind her, flashing its high beams again and again. She panics, thinking the driver is trying to harass her or force her off the road. She drives faster, heart pounding, until she finally reaches her driveway. The truck pulls in behind her. The driver jumps out, shouting for her to lock her doors. Confused, she asks why. He tells her that every time he flashed his high beams, it was to scare away the figure in her back seat. A man with a knife who was waiting for the right moment to strike. Police reports have confirmed cases eerily similar to this tale. So the next time you're driving alone at night, ask yourself, have you checked your back seat? Some stories take place on highways, but others belong to dark, rain-soaked roads where the living and the dead seem to cross paths. Story 4. The Vanishing Hitchhiker. This is one of the oldest and most retold urban legends across the world. A driver sees a young girl by the roadside, often in the rain, shivering and lost. He offers her a ride. She quietly gives him an address, usually to an old house nearby. But when the car pulls up, she's gone. The seat is empty. Confused, the driver goes to the door of the house. An old woman answers. When he explains, she goes pale and says, "That was my daughter. She died years ago in a car accident." And just like that, the driver realizes he gave a ride to a ghost who still hasn't found her way home. But while hitchhikers may vanish, There are places in this world where the living themselves are drawn to vanish. Places cursed with an evil no one can explain. Story 5. The Overtoun Bridge in Scotland. In Scotland, there is a stone bridge with a terrifying reputation. Since the 1950s, hundreds of dogs have leapt off the same side of the bridge to their deaths. Some say the animals are lured by an invisible force. Others whisper that the bridge itself is cursed, a place where the line between life and death is thin. But it isn't just dogs. People who have stood on the bridge claim they've felt a sudden, overwhelming urge to jump. Scientists may try to explain it with sense or psychology, but locals know better. They believe the bridge hungers, and every soul that crosses it is at risk of being its next victim. Urban legends are more than just stories. They are warnings, carried across generations. Maybe they're exaggerated, maybe they're true, or maybe there's something in between. But the next time you're walking home alone, driving down a dark highway, or passing by an old bridge, remember these tales. Because legends don't survive by accident. They survive because something out there keeps them alive.